is Corey High.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm a Midlands resident, still working, trying to work up in the business spectrum. So right now I'm making the best with what I've got.
What do you do for a living?
I'm the executive assistant to Avery Bancroft at the Black Bear Hotel.
Okay, as his assistant, what are some of your responsibilities?
I do a lot around there. I help with his schedules calendar. I help with meetings. I help with a lot of the nitpicky tasks. But I also make sure he's happy. You know, I know he loves Sour Patch Kids and chicken wings, and I make sure he never runs out of the new, a very expensive, fancy cologne that he loves.
What about on the business side of things? Are you involved with business interactions?
Yeah, I help a lot there. Lately, I've been working on a new proposal to get a casino license from that the Midlands Gambling Commission was offering.
Are you familiar with the process in obtaining a license from the Midlands Gambling Commission?
Yeah, it is not your everyday piece of paperwork. I mean, these are really only given out once every 10 years or so, so when one comes around, it's a big deal.
Were you contacted by the Midlands Gambling Commission?
Yeah, I talked to them here and there about small stuff since January of 2015, but I was first personally contacted on March 1st of 2015.
Who contacted you?
It was named Mickey Keenan. He was an auditor from the Midlands Gambling Commission.
How did he contact you?
He called me in my office one day and wanted to schedule a meeting. I mean, I figured it'd be mutually beneficial, so I agreed.
Can you explain this meeting?
Yeah, it started out pretty normally. He talked about the bid, he asked me questions about the proposal, but then he took out a police badge, and I knew this was not really what I was expecting.
How'd that make you feel?
I mean, I wasn't too concerned. He wanted me to set up some meetings between Mr. Bancroft and Miss Covington, and so I figured it wouldn't be that much of a problem.
Were you familiar with Miss Covington at all?
Yeah, I'd seen her around the casino. She was quite a gambler. Sometimes she lost, sometimes she won. But she was also a member of the Midlands Gambling Commission, so I knew who she was.
Okay, so when was the first meeting that you set up?
I set up the first meeting for March 31st.
Can you explain what happened at that meeting?
Yeah, it was me, Keenan, and Mr. Bancroft. We were talking a little about the proposal, but then sweetening the pot was brought up, and Mr. Bancroft turned red as a tomato. He did not expect that at all.
When was the next time all of you met?
The next time we all met was April 6th.
Can you explain the time between the first meeting and the second meeting?
Yeah, it was a weird kind of week. I was, running around trying to get more of the cologne from Mr. Bancroft, and he was working too. I really didn't see him that much. It was kind of weird. Yeah.
So could you further explain your contact with Bancroft during this time?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't see him. I started to, be a little weirded out by that. It's not typical that we didn't have a lot of contact, and I was kind of questioning, whether or not I wanted to really work with this officer, because, I mean, Mr. Bancroft's a powerful man. I really wasn't sure if I wanted to cross him.
So how did you go about setting up the second meeting?
The second meeting, I called over to Covington's office, and I usually get an assistant, but this time I got Covington. Covington answered looking for Bancroft. I was looking for the assistant. It was a really weird switch, but, I called then and set up the meeting for April 6th.
Were you familiar with any safety precautions regarding the second meeting?
Yes. Oh, sorry. April. I sat on a meeting on April 12th for a meeting that was on the 13th with Danny Hoy, the head of security, and Mr. Bancroft. It was weird. Danny kept on bringing up these extra security precautions to take for the meeting, but Bancroft shot every single one down, except for he wanted people to be patted down and their cell phones to be taken away.
So were these safety precautions common amongst meetings involving Bancroft?
Not really. I mean, usually he's a pretty laid-back guy, but this time I guess he wanted to be extra careful.
So could you explain what took place at this meeting?
Yeah, it was me, Keenan, Bancroft, and Covington, and we initially were talking about the bid, regular casino proposal stuff, but then a bribe was brought up. Keenan and Bancroft, Bancroft and Covington looked at each other kind of weird, and then moved on, and then I got up to go to the bathroom, and that's when the bellhop came in.
Okay, so was anyone else present throughout this meeting? You said the bellhop was present?
Yeah, the bellhop came in, and as soon as he came in to deliver some room service, Covington got up, angry, and stormed off.
Okay, so what happened the next day?
The next day, our bid went through. I mean, I'm not sure what happened, but whatever Bancroft did, it worked.
No further questions, John.